Wow.
Hey, GMS Charlotte back at you with another midweek camp through the Holy Spirit, the Rakam. All right, before we get started, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Makakadash.
Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right, we out here to bring it out. All right, so want to get into the topic here of perfection and immortality. All right, I was reading this article earlier before camp. And just kind of tie it all in because this is really the mindset of the so-called kings of the earth, the elites of this world, the philosophy of transhumanism, the idea that that they're going to live forever and all of that, right? So as we're going to get into the promises that were bestowed upon Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is that the Israelites are going to be the ones that's going to have immortality. All right, we're going to live forever, man. All right, you heathen. The heathen nations are not going to be part of they're not part of the second covenant, man, which is only promised to the Israelites, man. So we're going to just tie it all in, all right? But we're in that time because as we're going to get the article, they know, the kings of this world, they know that their time is up, all right? The scriptures talk about that. Give me the Psalms, the second chapter, why the heathen rage, right? And then we'll get Ecclesiastes 8, then we'll go to the scriptures we told earlier, right? Just the spirit.
Psalm chapter 2 and verse 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine the vain things?
Yeah, so why do the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing? So the main goal for a lot of these elites, all right, is how they can prolong their life, how they can live forever. This is why they're talking about, you know, uploading their consciousness and spirits into machines, merging men with machines. You know, as it talks about here, the organ harvesting. All right, because hey, like what was the guy that died like a bunch of times, but they kept bringing him back? One of the elites, Rockefeller, Rothschild. One of the guys, was it David Rockefeller? One of those guys had like a whole bunch of yeah. So the point is that these elites, all right, they know that once this is over with, hey, it's slavery, man. It's hardcore slavery and destruction for the ass, man.
Yeah, that's the parable of Lazarus and the rich man.
There you go.
You know, the rich man, you know, I say he wanted that mercy from the Lord.
Yeah.
It's like, look, you had your time.
Yeah.
And what did you do? You oppressed us, you know, more and more. You didn't give us no mercy.
Yeah.
Watch your mercy to go.
Yeah, exactly. Read it again now.
Psalm 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine the vain things?
Yeah, so all of these kings, all of these nations, all right, these so-called superpowers and whatnot, everybody's battling for world dominance. That's essentially what this World War III is about.
Right.
All right? People know, that the world knows that America's dominance is ended. All right? Its reign of terror over the world is done. Right? Isaiah 14 goes into that, man. That hell shall meet you at your coming, roughly paraphrasing, man. Right? So the Lord has stirred up the kings of the nations to take these, to take a Babylon America down. But like Russia, China, right, North Korea, whatever, all these kings feel like they're the next to rule the planet Earth. So they imagine a vain thing. Right? Read on up.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us.
Right, and you tie that back to Psalms, the 83rd chapter. All right, when all the nations came together in one agreement to conspire to do away with the nation of Israel, man. Right? And essentially, when you think about it, that's what really this World War III is about. Because when you go into the scriptures, right, the seed of Jacob was scattered amongst all the nations, man. So they're about to sacrifice or attempt to sacrifice a good majority of the planet Earth, man. Right? And try to what's the goal? To reduce the world down to 500 million, 8 billion to 500 million. So how are they able to pull that off? It's going to be through nuclear war, man. You know, and they're doing that through means now through the poison of the food supply, the tainting of the air and all of that shit. You know, all of this stuff that's going on now. But the ultimate kill off is going to be when nuclear war breaks out, man. See?
The sacrifice of Jake has been their main modes of how they've been achieving this power since they've been over here in Babylon. That's why you see a lot of these atrocities that happen to our people. those were sacrifices, man. You know, like the hangings and all these different things. Esau knows that in order for him to try to get that birthright, Jake gotta go.
Yeah.
You know? And so that's why we're seeing the whole transition to transhumanism, because they know that immortality is not far-fetched. Right? They know that that's going to be given to somebody. This is why they're trying to achieve this on the left hand through this technology.
The pseudo blessing.
Yeah.
You know? Because they know that those promises were bestowed upon Jacob and his seed.
They read the scriptures.
Yeah, they know what it is.
Like that dude, that demon Peter Thiel.
Yeah.
He speaks about that often. He knows the scriptures, man. He knows that immortality is promised to somebody.
So, give me that Ecclesiastes 8 and then we'll jump to that wisdom of Solomon. Yeah, start up a little bit. Start at where it talks about
The challenge is always going to be that Millennials are going to have.
start at 4 and read down to 8 where it talks about there's no discharge from that war. That's the same chapter, right? Yep. Yeah, you got it.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 4.
Yep.
Where the word of a king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, what doest thou? Whoso keepeth the commandments shall feel no evil thing.
Right.
And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
Yeah, a wise man's mind, a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment. And so if the wisdom of the Lord is really dealing with you, then you have a clear understanding of the time and season we're in right now. That we are definitely at the end of Esau's world.
That's right.
All right, as I did the lesson in going into the control AI. All right? See, not to go off topic, but they've been telling you for the past 40, 50 years that this AI that we see that has surpassed, human capability is going to be the end of Esau's world. All right? They said that they use this AI to pretty much control America's defenses, man. Right? So the AI is going to be used to set off the launch codes, man, just like they showed you in all these movies.
Hollywood, it has the same script when it comes to AI. Like when I asked ChatGPT that earlier,
Yeah.
it tells you that because the ultimate form of control is whoever owns the nuke. So they give that to the AI. That's what ultimately use it, because they're going to look at to clean up the world. They're going to blame. They keep saying humanity, but we know the real problem is the Edomites.
Yeah.
So the nuclear missile is going to be controlled by the Lord, because it's the Lord that's behind the AI.
There you go. He controls both the right hand and the left hand side, man. And I remember Elder Apostle Hart, he had did a lesson. He was going into the fact of how, the demons, they can see the future too.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. So when they make these movies from back in the fucking 70s and 80s, and you see these things playing out today, they had to have been tapping into some heavy level sorcery or whatnot, man.
Yeah.
To be able to show this 50 years prior, and then it happening in real time now. That's some power on the left hand side right there, man. That's some serious witchcraft that they tapping into, man. All right, but read it for me again. All right?
Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 5. Whoso keepeth the commandments shall feel no evil thing.
Right.
And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
Exactly. Go ahead.
Because to every purpose there is time and judgment.
That's right.
Therefore the misery of man is great upon him.
Right. So again, the kings of this world, these are so-called elitists. All right. They know that their time is up. Their time of ruling on this earth is up. All right. The kingdom to come is the Lord's. Right.
And if I may land back on that point upon, everybody in the world knows that.
Yeah.
It's just the sequence of events that's going to take place. They don't understand the prophecy. See, because the scriptures speak about how the secrets are revealed to the men of the Lord, right? The Lord has revealed these future events to the prophets to make it plain upon tables.
That's right.
You see? But everybody is understanding that we're at the end. These devils can't keep ruling the earth in the condition that they're ruling it in.
Hey, but remember that their inward thought is what? That they should rule forever. Yeah, their houses shall continue forever. So Esau ain't gonna go out without a fight. You got that? Oh yeah, can you say it real quick? Go ahead.
It's Job chapter 20 and verse 20. Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly.
Yep.
He shall not save of that which he is desired. Right? So that's what the elder and the brother saying, man. Esau, they're in a state of unease right now, understanding that no matter what they do, they lose at the end, man.
Right.
But they're going to take every step that the Lord allows them to take, right, to take over this earth, man, to take the souls of people, right, through this device, through this AI, right there. The Lord is allowing all this to take place.
This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 21. And Savior shall come up on Mount Zion to judge the Mount of Esau.
We're the saviors, bro. All right, the saviors go back to the prophets. The Lord raised up saviors to what? To judge the Mount of Esau.
Yep.
Mountains represent what? Major governments, man. So Esau's empire, his world, if you will, is being judged by the prophets, man.
Right.
All right. Go
But
ahead.
the kingdom shall be the Lord.
See that, and that's the last part right there. That the kingdom shall be the Lord's. The kingdom is once the Lord shows up, that's it. It tells you that in Matthew 13, man. Once the reapers come, and the Lord shows up, He's gonna gather out all things that offend and that do iniquity, man. It's gonna get burnt up. All right, and the kingdom belongs to the Lord at that point, right? And we're vastly approaching that time. See? Let's go back and finish it out.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 7. Right? For he knoweth not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be?
That's right.
There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit.
Yeah, see, there is no man on this earth that have power over the spirit to retain the spirit. And so that's basically cutting the idea of these technocrats, these elites of Esau, even the elites of these heathen nations, thinking that they're going to live forever.
That shows you that transhumanism is a false doctrine.
There you go.
Because when you look at the way the world is going, science is the new religion, but transhumanism is its own sect of that religion. Right. Because when we see these technocrats, these are the new left-hand priests. Right. You know, so everything that they're promising, you know, immortality through technology, right, that goes directly against what the scriptures the brother just read. It shows you that because you can't keep your spirit once the Lord calls for it to return to the spirit world. You know? But these devils are promising you, you can upload your consciousness to the cloud. The cloud is that's the new source. Like when you hear that devil Yuval Harari talk about, he's saying that they have figured out a way to access power that the Most High can't get, which makes no sense. Yeah. That was not making the Most High if there was something he wouldn't be able to tap into.
That's it. It's a play on God. Who's in the cloud, so-called, right? Who dwells in the clouds? You know? So everything has, what's the word? Starts with a D. Everything has duality, man.
Yeah.
Right? So everything that the right hand does, the left hand tries to mimic, basically, man. Emulate. Right? Read on out. Yeah, you got it.
Luke chapter 12, and starting verse 17. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater, and there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods.
Right, and that's the mindset of Esau, right? Advancing his kingdom all the way into a full-blown technocracy, right? A techno-feudalist society, right? Where he has complete unadulterated control over your mind, body, and spirit in the entire earth.
But the Most High said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then whose shall those things be which thou hast provided?
Right, so at the end of the day, just laying back on what we're reading in the book of Ecclesiastes, the Lord is ultimately the Father of spirits.
Sure.
You're not going to be able to get around the Lord if you wanted to call your spirit back to the spirit world. There's nothing you could do against that. Because when it's your time to go, when the Lord punches your ticket, that's it. You see, so Esau trying to come up with these ways, it's nothing but lying wonders. It's vain. The idea of you going, just think about that. This devil wants to push your ass into a cloud. Well, then who gonna build this shit? Who gonna fix it? At that point, you will have to have continual repairs. We know Esau's technology is faulty. The mindset of this devil thinking that he's going to be able to achieve this, the infrastructure itself doesn't even validate what his thoughts are.
Yeah. Perfection is not going to come by carnal means.
Exactly.
It's not by man.
It's not by man.
Nothing mankind can do can bring forth that.
Exactly.
It's all the divine will of the Heavenly Father through His Son. I got something else. This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him, which is able to destroy both body and soul and health. This is why at the end of the day, us as believers in the Lord, we shouldn't fear this man and the things that he's trying to bring into the earth, because we understand he has no control over the spirit. So all this talk of him bringing immortality through science, it's all just vain talk. You know, we read Psalms 2nd chapter earlier. This is nothing more than the heathen trying to rebuild the Tower of Babel like before. All right, and what happened before? The Lord destroyed that. He's going to destroy it again.
Exactly. Same spirit. You know, that's in the earth today.
Yeah, because they're in the spirit of Nimrod. Nimrod goes back to the name Nimrod means rebellion. Yep. These devils are complete rebellion against the Lord.
Ecclesiastes chapter 8 and verse 8. There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit.
Yeah, so you chalked. all this technocracy shit, the technology, the science, the chip, all right, all of this shit that's going on right now that's being elevated, it's all going to be in vain, right? That's it.
It says, neither hath he power in the day of death.
Yeah, neither have he power in the day of death. Go ahead.
And there is no discharge in that war.
There's no discharge in that war. You're not going to win that battle, Esau. No matter what you do, no matter what you create, you know, on that left hand, carnally, all right, it's not going to achieve perfection,
Or it was
right?
supposed to,
So you have
like,
Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. Yep. So the wickedness that Esau is preparing to unveil to the earth, that he's already been doing for centuries, right? Trying to forward his hegemony, to be an everlasting pseudo kingdom. That's not going to profit him at the end of the day.
Right.
Really, it's putting him in the Lord's scope to ultimately be destroyed. But he's so full, the Lord has given him this idea in his mind, as the Lord has molded him to be the wicked, that he's going to be able to accomplish all of these deeds in the earth and not have to deal with any type of judgment. This is literally the mindset of these devils that are boasting in this technocracy. They're boasting in the image of the beast. They're boasting in their mark. They're boasting in their advancements to surpass the Most High. Second Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, right? But now he's being revealed, and the Lord is going to destroy his actions.
Yeah, he said that in what's it, Romans, Paul. He say he's quoting in Exodus how he raised up Pharaoh.
Yes, I got it.
Right? Give me that real quick.
This is Romans chapter 9 and verse 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee,
Yeah.
and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Yeah, so it was the will of the Lord that raised up these technocrats, these devils with this power. Right. With the Palantir.
All right, This shit is crazy.
Come on, man. The AI and all of that, man. All right, these robots that are that have surpassed human capability, man.
The fact that they're rolling out this Gideon thing now, man, that lets you know they've been working on this, because, like the point Pastor Ronald was making the other day when he was speaking on that with the Tanakh, he's bringing this thing forward like this is something they just made out the blue. No, this is years of planning and preparation, and that's why when you see the things going on in your average every day, man, nothing happens by coincidence. The reason why we're seeing all these school shootings and mass shootings and all these, there's giving them justification to bring forth this technocracy, to bring this society close to this mark of the beast. Yeah.
Yep. Where they can monitor, watch everything, right? Because the excuse is what? People out of control. You know? They gotta, have everything, camera security, everything controlled and watched.
Because like you made mention of earlier, Esau is trying to emulate what the Most High does in the right hand.
Right.
Because what's this AI ultimately operating as his left hand angel? That's his eyes and ears, to where nothing is going undetected.
Yeah,
He wants to know your every thought. That's why the algorithm is getting made to where they're able to track what you're putting in. Like, for example, ChatGPT, they said they now you can't erase whatever you put in there.
Right.
So now they're able to look at people's searches, and if it's anything suspicious, they're sending it to law enforcement. You know, AI is being trained to, like you said,
And then your
in
team
November,
has to guess whether
it's going to become unbiased to where you're not going to be able to look up certain information.
There you go, man. It's all a snare. You know, gathering intel. And because you logged into that, right? You type in all these questions. They got a whole, profile on you, how you think or whatnot. So, hey, we here, man. What you got?
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 and verse 23.
Yep.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 verse 23. For the Most High created man to be immortal.
See that? The Most High created man to be immortal. What man? The sons of God. Okay? And the sons of God, who are the Israelites today, are going back to this, they're going back to this. All right? They're going back to immortality, to perfection, man. All right? Go ahead.
Because what brings in that immortality? The wisdom of the Lord. If I can grab it for you real quick. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6.
You don't know nobody about me doing
It
it.
says, for the very true beginning of her, the her being wisdom, is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love, and love is the keeping of her laws, and the giving heed unto her laws is the assurance of incorruption.
Right. See, giving heed to her laws is the assurance of incorruption. So what does that mean? The law, statutes, commandments are going to be in our inward parts.
Right.
See that? And so we're not going to experience what? Incorruption.
Right, and what does this show you? That there's only one path to immortality, and it's through righteousness.
That's it.
All right, it says incorruption maketh us near unto the Most High.
Ooh, man. See? Incorruption maketh us near to the Most High. Why? Because we're going to be perfect.
Exactly.
See that? The Lord's eyes can't behold. How's it go? The Lord,
The power that cannot behold iniquity.
yeah, He can't behold iniquity. So we're going to be made perfected, where we're not going to be in a state of sin no more.
Right. Wow, I think that's Revelation 21, where it says we're going to behold His face.
That's it.
You know, because now we're going to be able to see the Most High.
That's it.
Because right now, like I said, no man has saw the Lord's face and lived, because we are in sinful flesh right now.
That's it.
You know? So the last part, verse 20, therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. And this proves that when we get the kingdom, it's going to be an everlasting kingdom. Because if we're perfect, we're going to bring forth a righteous kingdom, which means that our kingdom is never going to fall.
Yep.
You know, we're not going to get overtaken.
Yep.
You know, we're not going to fall out of power. We're never going to sin again.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to be a kingdom ruled through continuous wisdom, man.
Exactly.
Righteousness.
The theocracy. Man.
That's it. Forever.
So last verse. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O you kings of the people, honor wisdom, and you may reign forevermore. And this is what the elites aren't telling the people. They're giving you all these false promises of immortality on the left hand. You people are going to get these chips thinking that you're going to be God on the earth, and you're going to be nothing more than controllable robots, man. Because you people already are like that now. I guarantee, look it up. All you people that got that jab, y'all got Wi-Fi tags, man. They proved it. Go on Google and look it up. All you niggas is damn a new creation under this damn devil, man.
Read that again and read that.
Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2 verse 23. For the Most High created man to be immortal, and made him to be an image of his own eternity.
They made him to be an image of his own eternity, man. Like so we getting ready to tap back into that in that second covenant, man. Read on.
Verse 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world.
Yeah. Going back to the fall of our foreparents, man. All right, because prior to that, we had the oral law. We had the breath of life. All right, we had the divine way. All right, before Eve was seduced, if you will.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why when you read in the Old Testament, the sons of God, hey, they lived hundreds of years. Because during that time, we were closer to the Most High, so the Lord expanded our lifetime. That's it. You know, so when we get that the immortality that we're reading into now, right, we're gonna live, you know, a whole day with the Lord. Which means, you know, we're gonna be immortal.
That's it.
It says, and they that do hold of his side do find it. Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil came death into the world.
Yeah, death came into the world. Go ahead.
And they that do hold of his side do find
Right,
it.
it's talking about when our foreparents fell in the garden. Now go to Matthew 19 and read that word for regeneration, and then we'll tie it all in.
Look at Matthew chapter 19 and verse 26.
Yep.
It reads, but Yahushua beheld them and said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with the Most High all things are possible.
That's right.
Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?
That's right.
And Yahweh
They're just like us, right? Have we not forsook the world, all right, to come and serve the Lord, right? Go ahead.
And Yahweh said unto them, Verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory,
Yep.
ye also shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, so that we're going to be part of the government, man. If we're those men, right? We're going to be part of that government that's going to judge the 12 tribes of Israel, man. That's the house of David. Now, get that word for regeneration. No, you got it. Go ahead, brother.
Strong's G 38:24. It reads, new birth, reproduction, renewal.
Renewal, right? A renewal of the world is coming. A renewal of our bodies is coming, man. Go ahead.
If I may land back on that too, Zaquan, nobody else can really solidify that but Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
Everybody is addressing these problems, but nobody has the solutions but the Lord. So these people that talk about how, oh, we need to fix the earth, we need to fix the people, all of these problems, that's going to come by way of this regeneration.
It says recreation, hence renovation, regeneration, the production of a new life consecrated to the Most High.
Yep.
A radical change of mind for the better.
A radical change of mind for the better. And we're going to be reformatted. Right? Go ahead. Right, exactly. Who don't want that? Go ahead.
The word often used to denote the restoration of a thing to its pristine state.
The restoration of a thing to its pristine estate. Right? Not only the earth, but us, the people, his people. All right, started with the elect. Go ahead. Come on, man. See, you don't think these heathen know what's up? Go ahead.
Why do you think they're trying so hard to keep us in this lower state?
Come on, man.
Because they know that's coming. You know, that's why when you're born, they shoot you up with all them damn jabs and shit. All right, and give you this fucking nigga culture and all this. Keep you in a low vibration because they know that that's coming.
Right. If I can add to that too, crazy. That's why Esau has weaponized time. That's why these people, they be like, I can't manage to have all of these tasks to do. I don't have enough time. Esau wants you to be so occupied in folly that you have no time to actually give attention to prophecy, to give attention to the Lord. You know?
Because if Jake was tapped into the Lord and understood the promises that was really coming, because when niggas think about, you know, the blessings, Jake just reads the Beatitudes, and that's it.
Right.
You don't get into the nook and crannies of what it is the Lord's about to give us.
Exactly. The new bodies, you know, access to the back to the Holy Land, right? How we're gonna rule that region of the earth. That's gonna be like the headquarters in Jerusalem.
You said earlier, a reprogramming the mind. Just think, try to wrap your mind around never having a wicked thought again.
Come on, man.
Not having to hear demons in your head fucking with you and shit like that, man. Jake stressed out all day, man. You ain't got to worry about none of that.
None of that.
I did a lesson on it a while ago from that clip, Spider-Man No Way Home, when he had healed Dr. Octavius. Oh yeah. He like disabled the chip in his brain that was making him all crazy and shit. That nigga said, I don't hear no more voices no more.
Yep.
You know? Like it was like his vessel just got wiped clean. That's how it's gonna be with us.
That's it. And we need that. You got it, bro. We don't.
Continuing on.
So we're reading the word was regeneration in the blue letter and going into the Greek. Go ahead.
It says, the word often used to denote the restoration of a thing to its pristine state.
That's right.
It's renovation as a renewal or restoration of life after death.
Yeah, a restoration of life after death. Right? Hold on, real quick. Give me that one in was it Wisdom of Solomon or 2nd Ezra 7? How doomed shall we get into this time and the immortality to come? That's right on time.
2nd Ezra chapter 7 and 43.
Yep.
It says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
The day of doom shall be the end of this time, this world, man. As we're vastly approaching that, man.
I go first.
You got it.
Wisdom of Solomon 7 and 42. He answered me and said, this present life is not the end, where much glory doeth abide. Therefore have they prayed for the weak, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time.
The day of doom shall be the end of this time. Go ahead.
And the beginning of the immortality for to come.
For who?
Elect.
For the elect. All right, out of the nation of Israel. So again, these devils, they know what's up, man. This is why they're racing against time to try to achieve their pseudo blessing, man. All right, their pseudo kingdom. Let's merge man with machine. We're gonna be gods, right? We're gonna live forever. We're gonna upload our spirits into the cloud. All of that madness, man. You know, the AI is gonna be the ruling, entity, if you will. All right, it's gonna the AI is gonna have the basically the jurisdiction over all the world, man.
It's gonna be like the left hand angel.
Come on, man. Not happening. That was it, right? Okay, go ahead.
Where corruption is past.
Where corruption is past. Hey, everything on this side is corrupt. So that day of doom, once that resides, immortality follows. Where corruption is past.
If I can add to that, because part of that corruption is passing, is understanding the immortality that Esau is promising the world. That's not incorruption. You're corrupted because not only do you have that mark of the beast inside of you, you have somebody controlling you. When we have true immortality as being the entity of your own, all right, and Yahweh Bashim Al-Shah is going to give us freedom over all these different things. You know, no nation will be able to control us in that day. Yeah. All right. The reason why Esau is scrambling to do that now because he knows that he still has resistance. Nobody's going to be able to resist us when we get those powers in that day.
That's it, man.
So finish it out. It says, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
Yeah, so understanding that should give you the understanding why your enemies want to wipe you out. Right? It's bigger than skin color, Jake. You got to get past that, man. It's bigger than so-called racism, man. All right? It's a bloodline thing. It's about the promises, the birthright. All right? They know that with the Israelites, all right, God's chosen people are the next nation of people to rule the earth forever.
What's that?
Right?
The video we did with the Rothschild plan, what's it called? Illuminated planet, the Rothschild.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And they said that in that they know that they're the tribe of Edom.
Yep.
They know that we're the tribe of Jacob.
Yep.
And so they want, like you said, it's about the birthright. This is what they declared war against you Israelites the moment they brought you over here.
That's it, man. And this war's been going on ever since Esau got supplanted out of the birthright, man. What did he say after Jacob got the blessing? Then while I slay my brother Jacob.
After my father's born, I slay my brother.
Then I'm gonna slay my brother Jacob, man. You know, and Jacob had to dip. When you read the story, Jacob, and he had to get on the run. Esau wanted blood, man. And it's been that way.
And Jacob has known that because look, when he had to come back and he had to pass through Edom, he prayed to the Lord like, Lord, don't let me don't let him get me.
Yep.
So he had to pretty much supplant him when he came.
That's it.
You know?
That's it, man. It's heavy, man. So go back to that definition a little bit more.
So back in the definition for regeneration, it reads, the renovation of the earth after the deluge, going into the flood.
Yep.
It says the renewal of the world to take place after its destruction by fire.
The renewal of the world to take place after its destruction by fire. So this is the renewal is going to take place after nuclear war. So people who don't have the understanding, they think after World War III takes place, that's it. No, after that, it's the kingdom, man. All right? That's when the renewal takes place, man. Okay?
People don't understand what's the after effects of nukes.
Yeah.
Like, the Lord is creating these nukes to do damage to the earth, right? To reform it, you know, to cleanse it, right? To destroy the wicked, right? To destroy Babylon the Great, right? And these various different parts of the earth. See, but it's not going to destroy the entire earth. The scriptures tell you that the earth is going to continue.
C-Block's going to turn into a
There's
two-person
no way that
apartment.
these nukes to destroy the earth itself.
Okay. So we'll have fun. There's any
This is Isaiah 65 and 17. For behold, I create new heavens and a new earth.
The Lord is going to create new heavens and a new earth. Go ahead.
And the former shall not be remembered, nor come into mind.
So it says the former world should not be remembered nor come to mind. So how is the Lord going to create a new heaven and new earth? He's going to do that through nuclear destruction. That's what's going to reset the earth. Hey, scriptures tell you that in Revelation 6, right? How islands and mountains are going to be moved out of their places, man. It's going to be a whole new earth after nuclear war, just like the flood, man.
Yeah.
Right?
That's all this is. This is the modern day flood, the Lord, because he promised, like you got people, they say it's a doctrine out there, the Lord's going to flood the earth on December 25th, But the Lord promised in, what's that, Genesis, he said that he wasn't going to flood the earth anymore. That's why every time it rains, you see a rainbow as a reminder of the covenant he made with the earth, that he wasn't going to bring it with water. But he said he's going to bring a new flood, which is going to be through this fire. All right? So like you said, when he flooded the earth the first time, that was the first great reset. And what happened? At that point, the earth, there was one land, Pangea. And when the flood happened, it broke up the continents into different lands. And so when this fire happened, it said the earth is going to rock to and fro like a drunkard. That's going to make new lands. Water is going to, like when you have like underwater volcanoes and stuff like that, that creates new lands. How much more a nuclear missile coming and evaporating this land back?
And then on top of that, you gotta understand, you will have earthquakes.
Exactly.
When that goes on, you're gonna have volcanoes erupting.
Yep.
Well, like you said, that form new land. Hell, there's volcanoes out there now that's forming new land masses now as we speak.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So it's like the Lord is preparing the earth for that regeneration, that renovation, if you will.
I believe that's why the Lord has certain areas in the earth preserved.
Yep.
Like the Mariana Trench, certain parts of the Amazon, the Bermuda Triangle, and things like that.
Exactly. I believe that too.
Because Esau wasn't meant to go into them parts of the earth.
So,
the Lord saved that for after the destruction.
That's why he said, the scripture say he set boundaries that it cannot pass.
Yeah, they got that underwater barrier
Yep.
that Esau tried to get through that's made of the fish.
Yep. So there's certain barriers in the earth that Esau can't go past. He can't tap into that. That's being reserved for the Lord's elect.
That's right.
Right? Let's go back and finish that out. It's a little bit more on that. And then we'll get back to the scripture.
So back to the definition for regeneration.
Yep.
It says the signal and glorious change of all things.
Of all things. Go ahead.
For the better.
For the better, go ahead.
That restoration of the primal and perfect condition of things which existed before the fall of our first parents.
See that? The primal and perfected things that existed before the fall of our first parents, going back to Adam and Eve, man. Right? So before Eve was seduced by the serpent, if you will, our foreparents were living in perfection, man. The earth is going to go back to the Garden of Eden, man. Okay? It's going to be a perfect world, man, along with the perfect people ruling it. So as not only is the earth going to be restored to perfection, but so are we. And that's the point that I'm getting at here. The elites of this world know that blessing has been bestowed upon the righteous, man. Right? But they're trying to achieve that through left-handed means, and it's not going to work out. Okay? Now you was holding something out? Go ahead. Yeah, you finish it, brother.
It says that restoration of the primal and perfect condition of things which existed before the fall of our first parents,
right,
which the Jews looked for in connection with the advent of the Messiah.
Yeah. So hold on. So the Israelites knew that perfection was going to come when Yahweh Shai comes. Right? Go ahead.
And the believers expected in connection with the visible return of Yahweh Shai from heaven.
You got it.
Right? So like the elder said, it was always established that Yahweh Shai's return meant the restoration of the earth back to its former state, man. It's full strength, right? We're watching the earth, growing, waxing weak, right? Through Esau, Edom's rulership, right? But when Yahweh Shai finally comes and establishes a righteous world, then we're going to see the earth begin to grow in its full strength, man.
Yeah. Beautiful. What you got?
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night," because these people aren't watching. "In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up." Speaking of the nuclear destruction. "Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" How should you be moving to receive a salvation from all of these evils to come upon the earth, and ultimately that day of doom, right? Verse 12, "Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." Again, speaking of the nuclear destruction. Verse 13, a point. Nevertheless, meaning moreover, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's going to come by way of the destruction. I wanted to get this word right quick for dwelleth. It's Strong G 2730. It says to dwell, settle, metaphor for divine powers, influence. It says to, as said, to dwell in his soul, to pervade, prompt, govern it, right? So the Lord is ultimately going to set up his elect to govern the earth, right, with that divine power, right, with that influence under righteousness.
Yeah, I'm staying here later. Second Esdras 14 and verse 17. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall the evils increase upon them that dwell therein. For the time is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. For now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen. And that vision is including the destruction of this current infrastructure. Right? With that nuclear fire coming down, we know that's a requirement for us to be brought back into that immortal state, man. To have the earth brought back to its full strength. We have to see all of this get wiped away, and as the scriptures talk about, the islands being moved and the mountains being moved from their places, that all has to happen so everything can be in its proper order.
That's it.
These people want the earth to be solved. This is the only answer. This is the only applicable solution that's going to happen. Everybody else just talking. The Lord is prepared to do the work to actually solve these problems, to fix the issues in the earth.
Yeah, wickedness has to be turned upside down. 7 is 4, right? In order for the right. Matter of fact, get that. Yeah. That's basically what you just said, right? The destruction has to come. The destruction has to come first in order for the earth to be healed.
They had that saying, necessary evil.
Yeah.
You know? This is 2nd Esdras chapter 4 and verse 28. But as concerning the things whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Yeah, and we're approaching it. Go ahead.
If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down.
So if all of this wickedness that you see in the earth, this sin, this corruption, it is not turned upside down. Go ahead.
And if the place where the evil is not if the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good.
Yeah, so if this evil don't pass away, then what's sown for good can't be established.
Bro,
See?
there's no way in hell we can establish the kingdom of heaven with the earth in the state like
Come on,
that.
man. No way.
There's no way, bro. Nothing's real anymore, man. Everything's in a decrepit, deceased state.
Yep.
All right. People are unredeemable.
Yep.
The
Oh,
animals
man.
are unredeemable.
Forget about it.
The food is through. The air is through. The water is through. Everything it gotta be changed, man.
You got to be torched.
You know.
Fire is a cleansing agent. Man.
Right.
That's the purpose of World War III. He's going to fire this earth up. He's going to destroy America.
Right.
And he's going to reestablish righteousness on earth.
Jacob being the king was Esau trying to do a covert coup. Take
Right.
over the king.
Right. Not happening, man.
We gonna be able to read his mind. We gonna know that already, bro.
That's it.
And it's gonna get squashed before it even becomes an action.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you thinking about rebellion? All right.
That's it.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I got it. Just read, summarize it. You know?
Okay. This is from the sun.com, posted September 3rd, 2025.
Because this is the mind, like I was saying earlier, this is the mindset of the elites, the kings of the earth. Right?
Why did he imagine the vain thing?
Come on, man.
It's that vain thing.
It says the power of the Most High, Putin, Xi, and Kim in the most blood-curdling hot mic moment ever as despots discuss replacing organs to achieve immortality.
Replacing, so they're talking about replacing organs to achieve immortality. Madness.
Vanished
Go ahead.
All three seem to have dreams of living forever. This bizarre moment, Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping, and Kim Jong-un were caught on a hot mic discussing immortality. It says they were leading the group as they went to go watch China's biggest ever military parade. The broadcast featured the three despots discussing how biotechnology could result in humans living up to 150.
Putin even then speculates that repeated organ transplants.
Oh yeah, not to cut you off, but I did a lesson, right? What's his name for North Korea? Kim Jong-un. He has a whole medical team, science team dedicated to him on how to keep him living forever. Right? They're doing all types of experiments. They're doing everything, man, to try to keep him. He has a whole team dedicated to him to keep him alive forever, man.
Yeah, that's why you have things like cryogenics,
Yep.
you know, other stuff. But they're all doing it because that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
You know, today, like you mentioned earlier, these devils know if they croak, they're gonna wake up and change, man.
That's it.
They'll come back and change.
That's it. They know their end is destruction. All the kings of the earth know that Yahweh Shah is on his way back, man. They know this. All right, go ahead, Al.
Putin even then speculates that repeated organ transplants could let us perhaps even achieve immortality.
Right.
All three, who had never met before, are known for their strict, highly choreographed appearances in front of the cameras. And catching them in an unguarded moment talking amongst themselves is unprecedented. The live video, mainly covered by voiceover in English, was relayed via international wire services. It goes on to say, Xi says to Putin in exchange, earlier, people rarely lived to 70, but these days at 70 years, you are still a child. Putin then replies, with the development of biotechnology, human organs can be continuously transplanted, and you people can live younger and younger, and even achieve immortality.
Yeah, because these people who have power over the earth, these niggas are in their fucking 80s, 90s and shit, man. Right? Damn, they're pushing 100, man. So they know they ain't got a lot of time left, man. Right?
Why do you think people go missing every goddamn day, man?
Come on, man. Sacrifice.
Where you getting them organs from, man?
Exactly. Kids going missing and shit. Right? It's all part of a bigger purpose. Any more on
Says science testing and all that. It's showing they're all in cahoots together.
Exactly.
You know, they're trying to make it seem like they're all at odds. You know, they're all colluded to the same goal.
Exactly. The theater of war. Any more on it? Nah, it's all good. Give me 2 Ezra 6 and 25. And then we'll get 2 Ezra, 2 Corinthians 5.
2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 25. Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation
October 5th.
and the end of your world.
Yeah. So those that remain, those that make it through, that endure, you know, Jacob's trouble, man, that endure the beast system, the mark of the beast. All right? The tribulation is coming upon the earth, man. Go ahead.
And the men that receive shall see it. It's like, and the men that are received shall see it.
Yep.
Who have not tasted death from their birth.
Hey, there's certain men that ain't gonna perish. Right? Keep going.
And the heart of the inhabitant shall be changed and turned into another meaning.
Yeah. So again, the heart of the inhabitant should be changed and turned into another meaning. So meaning that what the elect are gonna put on those perfect bodies, man. Those new bodies. They're gonna achieve immortality through the Lord, man. That's how it's going down. That was it?
Yeah.
Yep. Give me that 2 Corinthians 5. All right? So we just read here in this article the conversation between Putin and Kim Jong-un and the leader of China. All right? They're all talking about living forever. The topic of immortality. Right? So again, why did the heathen rage and imagine a vain thing, man?
That's a key thing that's being spoken about a lot lately.
Yep. Good, guy.
2 Corinthians 5 and 1. For we know that if our earthly house of this tabernacle were dissolved,
Yep.
we have a building of the Most High, and house not made with hands, eternal in the heavens.
In the heavens, man. So we literally have spiritual bodies that are waiting on us in the heavens, man. Okay? Keep going.
For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house, which is from heaven.
Yeah, see, we grown in these corruptible bodies, man. We catching hell, man. Wicked thoughts, all right? Fucking plagued with demons and shit, infirmities, sicknesses, right? The body wearing down, breaking down. When we put on perfection, that's no longer going to exist. You know, so you damn right we like I said, we yearning, man. We groaning. Okay, we're grown to put on life, man. True life. You got it, bro.
To have those chains of darkness.
There you go.
Removed,
That's it.
right? It's weighing us down in this current state. So once Yahweh Shai comes and frees us from that burden, right, we're gonna have those heavenly bodies.
Man.
If I could add to this, just say that being laid down it's holding us back from being our true self. You know, which are the sons of the Most High.
That's right, bro. That's why the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 6. And the angels, which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness until the judgment of the great day. Because as the brothers are speaking about, we are those angels that have, been put in these chains of darkness. And the chains of darkness being in a certain place. And like I said, this flesh, it holds us back. Mr. Scripture talks about how music and new things and stuff like that.
Wisdom of Solomon, the 9th chapter.
But that goes pretty much speaking about how, like you said, man, we're being held down by this flesh, man. So we need that change so we can truly be in perfection. Here it is, you got niggas talking about we perfect and we under the second covenant and all that now. And look, they bugged out. Niggas breaking into churches, vandalizing churches under the new covenant.
Weirdos, bro.
Niggas saying they can't die but getting sick. It's all type of weird shit, man. But but in true perfection, it's not gonna be questioned. We're gonna know. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna see it.
That's it, man. Live it, man.
Yes.
Any more? What was we at? Yeah, read down to 5.
So 2 Corinthians 5 and 2. For in this we groan, earnestly desiring to be clothed upon with our house which is from heaven.
Yeah, we earnestly desire to be clothed with our house in the heavens, man. Who don't want that, man? Who don't want to be perfected, man? You niggas are wicked. Go ahead, bro.
If so be that being clothed, we shall not be found naked.
Yeah, we won't be found naked because we're gonna be perfected, man. All right, we're not gonna be in transgression. All right, we're gonna have a perfect mind, man, a perfect body. Okay, go ahead.
For we that are in this tabernacle do groan,
That's right.
being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon, that mortality might be swallowed up.
That mortality might be swallowed up, man. We ain't gonna die. Okay? We ain't gonna be worried about death. Right? Yahweh Shah defeated that, man. And when we put on perfection, we're gonna defeat that too.
That's right, man.
Go ahead.
Verse 4, for we that are in this tabernacle do groan, being burdened, not for that we would be unclothed, but clothed upon,
That's right.
that mortality might be swallowed up of life.
That's right.
Now he that hath brought us for the self-same thing is the Most High, who also hath given unto us the earnest of the Spirit.
That's it, man. Go to Romans 8 and 18 real quick.
I was thinking that's
Week 21, just tying in about how, our spirits are groaning. Right?
Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Hey, the sufferings we catching right now, the hell, the tribulation, all right, it can't even be compared to the glory that the Lord is going to give to us, man. The promises, the inheritance that we're going to receive, if we those men, right?
And that's the mindset that we have to maintain in these times that we're in.
That's it.
As we enter deeper into that straight, things become more harder. We know brothers and sisters are out there struggling, but you got to keep that mindset positive. You got to have an outlook at this straight, with a glass half full, knowing that the Lord, as we had started the lesson with that Matthew, the 19th chapter, the Lord is going to give us that reward in the regeneration. You just got to continue forward. What we going through ain't going to compare to that.
Got to bite down on the hill.
Verse 19.
Man, understanding that Pastor Clark said this the other day, man. We all live with Satan. That nigga, like that Gil Scott Heron song, man. He gonna constantly remind you he's there, but we understand what the purpose of that is. So He wants you to knock that immortality, out. But it's already in us because Yahweh Shah's in us. But you can't allow him to take that from you. That's why I said, let the man take that crown.
Hey, he wants to sift you. Can
Right.
I get that real quick? Oh, where you at? Yahweh Shah told Peter, where's that in Luke?
Yeah, Luke 22 and 31.
And get that word too. You already know.
And Luke 22 and 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat.
That he may sift you as wheat, man. So his job is to disenchant you, to get you to fall off the truth, man. So you're not able to partake in the blessings, man.
Yeah.
That you lose.
That's why you constantly, you have experience of doubt sometimes.
Yeah.
Satan be in your mind like just give up.
Yeah, am I a man of the Lord?
Yeah, all that bullshit.
The Lord dealing with me. We all go through that. Go ahead, Al.
This is G4617.
This is the word for sift.
Sinyazo. It says, by inward agitation, to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow.
By inward agitation, right? That's in your mind. By inward agitation to the verge, and read that again, Slakia.
By inward agitation, to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow.
See that? To try one's faith to the verge of overthrow, man. All right? So that's Satan's job. He's trying to sift you, man. To overwhelm you in your mind till you just give up. That's why in Hebrews, the 3rd chapter, it talks about exhort one another daily, lest your heart be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin, man. Hey, because that mind is a bitch, bro. Jeremiah was in 17. How's it go? The mind is desperately wicked. Right, give me that real quick. This is Jeremiah 17 and 9. Right?
How you get that? I'll read this in the commentary.
You got it, brother.
This is the David Guzik commentary for that verse. It says, indeed, Satan has asked for you. Yahweh Shah was aware of a spiritual battle behind the scenes.
Yep.
Peter was no doubt ignorant of the fact that Satan has asked for you, that he may sift you as wheat. Satan wanted to completely crush and defeat Peter.
Yep, exactly. Come on, man. And that was the head of the church.
Yep. Apparently, Satan wanted to do much more against Peter than the Lord would allow.
Yep.
Satan could not do whatever he wanted against Peter. He had to ask the Most High for permission.
Just like Job, right? What happened with Job? Go ahead.
Satan desires that in the sifting process, no wheat shall remain, but that all, like Judas, will be blown away like chaff. So his whole goal is
It sounds
to
like we
get you
got a little
to go back into the world, all the way, man. This is why we constantly, every day, battling. All right, battling to stay in the spirit, battling to read, battling to do video. Because that's Satan trying to, like the brother was talking about before, man, that those distractions of the world try to get you off your square, man. That's why you gotta constantly stay tapped into the spirit, so that you can fight against Satan. Like I was reading when Yahweh Shah was in the wilderness, and that commentary for that chapter, it was talking about how Yahweh Shah was able to defeat Satan is because he was meditating on his daily bread. That the daily bread being these scriptures. So you gotta constantly be tapped in, man. Reading, videos, studying, whatever it is that keep it said fresh bread. You constantly feeding yourself with the word so that when Satan attacks, you have a new defense to pretty much counter.
You're fully equipped.
Exactly.
Right. Like I said, to try one's faith to the verge of overthrow. It's all about getting you to quit, man. To get you to stop believing on the Lord, man. All right. To lose patience. Right.
What was that character from the Matrix? Cypher.
Yep.
He was a member of the coalition, so to speak, of the people that was fighting against the Matrix. But he just gave up.
The nigga saw Zion. He was in Zion, like how show you the spirit. We see the king. Every day we amongst each other. We tapped into the body on the YouTube.
Right.
We're seeing the kingdom being built. So the nigga Cypher saw Zion and was like, I don't want to do this no more.
Got tired.
Yeah, it's like, look, man, I don't want to remember nothing. And that's how these niggas be. Once they get dry, when their spirit dry up, and Satan got them, I don't want to remember. I'll just go back in the world. Don't let me remember nothing, man.
Yeah, so anytime you're going through that inward agitation, all right, when Satan is trying your mind, and you got to remember what Yahweh Shah said to Peter.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to remember what Yahweh Shah did. Because he's the ultimate role model to look at when Satan tried him. Because like you said, the servant is no better than the master. So
Facts.
what did Yahushua do when Satan was trying to? Satan was hitting Yahushua with scripture.
Yeah.
And Yahushua was countering with scripture, but in the right context.
Yeah.
And so like it was going back and forth. And what happened at the end? It said Satan left for a season. And then after the angels came and ministered to him. Well, the angels are ministering to us when we go through our bouts too, man. You know, when you go through those different things, you tap into the spirit. That's how you get rebuilt. That's how Yahushua was able to stay in the spirit, even though he was at his weakest during that 40-day fast.
Exactly. Yeah. Man should not live by bread alone, but every word that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Father.
And what's that bread? Truth.
Man,
That's why Job said, I consider your word over my necessary raiment.
that's it, man. Woo, man, heavy. Go ahead, brother. Go back to what you read. Yeah.
So Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful of all things and desperately wicked.
The heart is your mind. The mind is desperately wicked. What did it say about deceitful?
So the heart is deceitful above all things
Yup.
and desperately wicked. Who can know it?
Yeah, who could know it, man? Hey, your mind can get the best of you, man. All right? Like Elder Apostle Gabar says, man, the biggest battle is yourself. Right? You gotta fight with that man in the mirror daily, man. You know how the scriptures go, just left my mind, examine ourselves. Yeah. Hey, that's it, man. Hey, this flesh got its own spirit, man. This flesh want to do what it want to do. Then you battling spirits in the world and shit. Right? That's why Apostle Paul, when he wrote in Romans the 7th chapter, the war between the flesh and the spirit, man. It's a real war.
And also you gotta remember, because like you said, this flesh has its own spirit. You gotta also remember Ephesians the 6th chapter, Ephesians 6 and 12.
Yeah.
The spiritual wickedness in high places. These devils are putting heavy enchantments that pull at the flesh every day, man.
That's it, man.
That's why you find yourself when you're trying to, fast for something or trying to, create new habits, there's always something that pops up that pull at that flesh. That's it. You know?
Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
That's it.
For the earnest expectation of the creature waited for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High.
The earnest expectation of the creature, all right, going into the Lord's creation, is waiting for the sons of God to be put back in power. Think about that. The earth is waiting on that, man. The animals.
Even the heathen.
Come on, man.
We're seeing different videos of the heathen begging Jake to wake up over here in America because they know you're the chosen people.
Even if they don't say it directly,
Yeah.
just the mindset that they have toward this devil is like, man,
Right.
this nigga he just gotta stop. Because that was one thing I saw this person on YouTube, who was just a YouTube comment, but they were saying that they're noticing that there's a shift in the earth where people are starting to look to holistic. They're starting to look to being more cognizant of the music, the food, being more tapped into nature, just reverting back to the natural way. They're not going about it in its right order, but that they're yearning for that. You know?
Because it's human nature to be pulled because we're one with the earth. And that's why I always make that comparison of how the earth, as its state, is affected by how the sons of God are. So the further and further the sons of God drifted from the Lord, the earth suffered. So we see today, the earth is in the worst state it's ever been in because the children of Israel are completely wicked. Hey, the earth is dying because you have YNs. You have these old niggas that don't know the truth. Jake is completely detached from the spirit. And the earth is showing that.
Yeah, the earth needs us.
Yeah.
The world needs us, right?
Have y'all seen them one young boy? That nigga young boy is on tour. It's just a arena of just like that.
That nigga's a witch, bro.
He's definitely a witch.
You're a high little
He
witch.
said it. He said he knows his music is demonic.
Yeah. I got something real quick before you go back. Just add a little to what Bruce was saying. This is Psalms 4.
Sweet. That's a Labubu dog, bro.
Oh, yeah, see, she got demons.
See,
on her.
that show you that. Like what I just said, the Lord always gives the
That's
examples, bro.
crazy. Man, demons walk right past, bro. Psalms 47 and 8. Psalms 47 and 8, it says, Yahweh Shem Shai reigneth over the heathen, Yahweh Shemel Shai sitteth upon the throne of his holiness, the point. Verse 9. Psalms 47 and 9, it says, the princes of the people are gathered together, even the people of the Most High of Abraham. For the shields of the earth belong unto the Most High. He is greatly exalted. So we represent the shields of the earth. Right? Like I said, the earth needs us. Right? I want to keep this word shield. Okay, we're the protectors of the earth. Right? So this word for shield in the Hebrew is magan. It says shield, buckler. It says figuratively a protector. Also the scaly hide of a crocodile, arm, buckler, defense, ruler, scale, shield. See? A little bit more. It says the shields of the land, poetically for the princes. Who are the princes? The Israelites. Israel. He is prince of the power. Right? Poetically for the princes, protecting the citizens with force of arms. So that proves that, man.
And how is that equate to us? Because we're the keepers of the righteous way.
That's it.
You know, like going back to Adam, all right, when Adam was pretty much furnishing the earth, the garden,
Right.
he was keeping the holy way, which in turn had the garden running in peace. And what, ended up changing that is whenever Eve, brought to them that philosophy, they took hold of it. That's what it's saying. That's why, for the earth, back then, they yielded us fruit to us. Now we have to till the earth to bring forth the earth fruit. So we ain't got to do that in the kingdom of heaven. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a new heaven, a new earth. Or it's going to be reset back to the way it originally was created.
Heavy stuff, bro. Heavy stuff. You got it. Yep.
So Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 1. Love righteousness, ye that be judges of the earth. Think of the Lord with a good heart, and in simplicity of heart seek him. But the point being, right, those who love righteousness are going to be established as those judges, man. Those who seek the Lord in meekness are going to be established as those judges, man.
Right.
Romans chapter 8 and verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity.
Yep. So we were created to go off for the sake of the Lord's story. We had to learn wickedness, if you will, to understand righteousness. That's why when we were made kings and judges, we're going to rule and judge, properly, because we know both sides. Go ahead.
Not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
That's right. Keep going.
Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption.
Yeah, see, the creature itself, which is us, are going to be soon delivered from the bondage of corruption, which is what? These bodies. Right? This is what we're crying out for, to be delivered from corruption. All right? Keep going.
Shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High.
Into the glorious liberty of the children of the Most High, we're going to put on incorruption. See that? That was it. Give me 1 John 3, and then give me the one, the precept to it in Philippians 3 and 20. But we just, the point of the sermon was just, to speak about the fruits of immortality and who's that been promised to. All right? You got it, bro. Yeah, down to 3.
So 1 John chapter 3 and verse 1. Behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us, that we should be called the sons of the Most High.
Yep.
Therefore, the world knoweth us not,
Yep.
because it knew him not.
Yeah, the world knoweth us not because it knew him not. Go ahead. Peace, King. Peace, God.
Beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High.
Right.
And it doth not yet appear.
It doth not yet appear. Not yet. Go ahead.
And it doth not yet appear what we shall be.
Yep. What we shall be. So everything that we talked about in this sermon, we spoke about what we're going to be. If we're those men. Go ahead.
But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him.
See that? When Yahushua appears, we're going to be just like him. We're going to be made in his image. You see that? Any more?
For we shall see him as he is.
We shall see him as he is. We're going to be like him, man. That's the elect are all going to be many Yahushas, if you will, many Messiahs.
Demigods.
There you go. That's the world to come. That's the world that the elites know that's getting ready to come, man. This is why they're doing everything they can to eradicate us, man. They know that those promises can't be stopped. They can't be disannulled, man.
But they know even in their effort to try that is futile,
There you go.
because to do away with the nation of Israel as a whole is to do away with Yahweh Shem Shah's presence on the
That's
earth.
it.
And that will never happen.
Not gonna happen.
Philippians chapter 3 and verse 20.
That's right.
For our conversation is in heaven.
Yeah, our conversation is in the heavens, man. The things that we're breaking down to you are in the heavens, man. These are heavenly conversations we have in here, man. Right?
Nobody on the earth is even decentralized.
This is high level talk right here, man.
Here, walk by and heard us all today. And like,
Niggas just laughing and niggas just going about their day, about to get some used up boxes.
Right.
That's where their mind is at.
but even on a serious note, when you ask Jacob about immortality, Jacob wants to be remembered, and that's how they think they're going to be immortal. But we're actually going to live and be remembered, and still be able to do like nobody. Michael Jordan, his legacy is going to be wiped away. His legacy's already been wiped away now.
That ends here.
Yeah, it's ended now because these little niggas, they don't look at Mike like how we looked at Mike. You know, that shows you the fame and immortality these people seek on a carnal level is not lasting. You know, that's why there's no sense in you trying to do something or do something in this world, because time erases all. But the elect is going to be timeless.
Yeah.
You know, just like the names that we read about ancient forefathers, those men are timeless. You can't blot out their names, man, because their names are written in the book of life, which Lord willing, our names will be added to that, man.
Yeah. Hey, this is a legacy that we're gonna have forever, man.
Exactly.
Hey, if we those men, hey, we're gonna be talked about in the kingdom. We're gonna be written in the book,
We're going to have our own stories.
man.
Lord willing.
That's what matters. That's what counts. That's what's the most important thing. You gotta go.
Verse 20. For our conversation is in heaven, from whence also we look for the Savior,
Yep.
the Lord Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, who shall change our vile body.
Who shall change our vile bodies? You don't think that these devils know that? Why you think they're trying to do this transhumanism bullshit, man? Why you think they're talking about immortality? Because they know that's promised to the Lord's elect. So when Yahweh Shai comes, he's going to change these vile bodies, these corruptible bodies.
Yeah. Because the whole transhumanism thing is nothing more than eugenics.
Yeah.
That's the final stage of eugenics. And eugenics is them pretty much trying to bring forth a master race. Well, the Israelites are the true master race.
Right.
You know, you can't just blot us out because we're the original. You know, Jake talking, I'm the original man. I'm the original man. Yeah, but we know that in the right context.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the elect are going to be the forefathers of the earth.
Yeah. Jacob was the firstborn. When he get that, finish that out real quick. Make the point.
Who shall change our vile body, that it may be fashioned like unto his glorious body, according to the working there whereby he is able even to subdue all things unto himself.
Right, so the Lord is coming to pretty much grant that reward to the elect. Right, as the brothers have made mention of being those foreparents, right, of the heaven and earth to come. Right? When the elect is sealed and we're brought up into those chariots, that's when we're going to enter into that covenant and the Lord is going to change our bodies.
Right.
Right? The scriptures speak about it within the twinkling of the eye. Right? We're going to cast away these vile bodies and enter into that perfect body where our spirit is not going to be in this vessel that's corrupt. And that is a major component of life. Because people don't really understand just how vile these bodies really are.
Exactly.
People address, suicide, depression, all of these things. You're not supposed to be like that. That's tied to these bodies. Being able to allow these demons and shit to enter into it.
Exodus 4 was, I just want to land that real quick about what you had made mention about the master race, right? Deuteronomy 7 and 6. That we would be a special people above all the nations of the earth, man. So these devils, they can't change that, right? But real quick, because I want to make mention about, Jacob being the firstborn. Exodus 4 and read 21 and 22, and then we'll jump to Sirach 36, 12, and 13.
This is Exodus chapter 4, verse 22.
21 and 22.
God. Exodus chapter 4, verse 21. And Yahweh said unto Moses, when thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh, which I have put in thine hand. But I will harden his heart, and he shall not let the people go.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The Lord has hardened the heart of the modern day Pharaoh, man, the Edomites. Go ahead.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn.
See that? Israel is my son, even my firstborn. This is tying into the nation, man. Even my firstborn, because what Israel was was chosen from the foundation of the earth, man, to receive of the blessings and the promises, man. That's why the story went the way it went concerning Esau and Jacob. Right? It was the Lord that put the spirit on his mother to supplant Isaac to get the blessing, man. It was already ordained. Romans 9 tells you that. Before the children were even born, it was already predestinated for Jacob to be the heir of the promise, roughly paraphrasing, right? Give me that in Sirach 36, we'll wrap. You know?
This is Sirach, you said 36 and 12.
36 and 12 and 13.
Sirach 36 and 12. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name,
Yep.
and upon Israel whom thou hast named thy firstborn.
See that? And upon Israel whom thou hast named thy firstborn. Okay? Because technically, Esau was born first, right? He's the firstborn in the flesh, but Jacob is the firstborn in the spirit, man. He's the son of the promise.
He's the one that has the breath.
There you go. Go ahead.
O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest.
There you go. So at the end of the day, it was always meant for Jacob to be the rightful heir, and part of the heir and a part of the inheritance and the promises is what? Immortality. All right, kingship, complete rulership over the planet, man. New bodies. Okay, the inheritance rights to the land that was promised going all the way back to Abraham, man. The Lord said that you was going to have that land, you know, roughly paraphrasing, the milk and honey. Right? That whole region is going to belong to us, man. And that's going to be the headquarters in the kingdom of heaven. See? So, hey, the bottom line is this. These elites, these kings of this earth, these devils, they're finished. You know? Yep.
So, you brought that first, that 2 Corinthians 5 out.
Yep.
So 2 Corinthians 5 and 5 in NLT. The Most High Himself has prepared us for this.
That's right.
It says, and as a guarantee, He has given us His Holy Spirit. Right? So this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is the beginning of that immortality to come, man. Right? That gift, we're being prepared to go into those rulership seats, man.
That's it.
Right? Everything that we go through is training, you know, for us to be in those eternal kings,
That's
man.
it, man.
Right? You know, so just the point being, the Lord set this thing up for us to overcome whatever it is we face.
Yeah, we're going to win. The Lord willing, we those men, we're going to win, man. I'm brought this out. All right, so hey, pray that this camp is edifying. We'll close out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to God. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone who taught us the truth. Shalom to the whole